Everyone has felt that, at least once in their life. That quiet, almost invisible warmth. When you become the person someone turns to first. The one they run to when everything in their life starts falling apart. And somehow, it makes you feel important. Like you matter. Like you mean something. But maybe you were never loved, just used carefully enough that you mistook it for love. And you believed it. There was a man named Elias. He wasn't the most remarkable person. He wasn't the most successful either. But he had something rare. People needed him when a co-worker couldn't meet a deadline. Elias stayed behind alone in an empty office, his screen glowing late into the night, finishing work that wasn't even his. When a friend went through a breakup, he sat in the dark, phone pressed to his ear. They talked. He listened. That was it. When his younger brother got into trouble, Elias was always the first to show up, standing in front of every consequence for him without asking a single question. And every time Elias said okay, not because he had to, but because it felt right. Because in those moments, he felt chosen. At first, it felt good. Being needed always does. It gave his life meaning, made his presence feel important. But slowly, something changed. The calls only came late at night, his name lighting up the screen with panic on the other end. The messages only appeared with a single line. Help me. No questions. No thank you. Once things were fixed, they were gone. No one asked if he was okay. No one noticed when he went quiet. And Elias never said a word. He told himself this was love. He told himself this was what a good person does. So he kept giving and giving and giving until one week he stopped. Not because he wanted to. He got sick. For the first time in years, his body forced him to stop. No strength to help anyone. No energy to answer anyone. It wasn't serious, but it was enough to keep him in bed. And for the first time, no one could use him. For the first time in years, he wasn't there for anyone. So he waited. A message, a call, a knock on the door, anything. But his phone stayed silent. The same people who once said, I wouldn't have made it without you, didn't show up. They weren't busy. He just wasn't valuable anymore. Days passed, and nothing. And in that silence, Elias realized something. Not all at once, but slowly, painfully. Clearly, no one remembered him, only what he did for them. And in that moment he understood. They were never looking for him. They were looking for what he could give. He was never loved. He was just useful. And that was enough. Until he wasn't anymore. And those two things are not the same. When he got better, he didn't disappear. He didn't turn cold. He didn't shut his heart down. But he changed one small thing, and it changed everything. The next time someone called in panic, he paused. On the other end, the voice was still rushed, still expecting him to respond immediately. Like always, silence. It stretched. For the first time, he didn't react. And this time, he didn't rush. And for the first time, he asked himself, do I actually want to help? Or am I just afraid to say no? Sometimes he still said yes, but sometimes he said no, gently, without guilt. And then something unexpected happened. Some people stopped calling, some relationships faded away, but a few stayed. The ones who asked, are you okay, without needing anything in return. The ones who noticed when he went quiet. The ones who saw him even when he had nothing left to give. So if you are always the one giving, ask yourself honestly, when you have nothing left to offer, who stayed? Because the people who truly love you are not the ones who need you the most. They are the ones who want you, not your help, not your effort, not your sacrifice, just you. Being needed can feel like love, but it isn't the same thing. Because being needed leaves the moment you become useless. And the truth is, people don't leave you. They leave the version of you that no longer benefits them. And in the end, Real love doesn't require you to be useful. It only requires you to exist. If this story feels familiar, maybe it was meant for you. And maybe it's time you choose yourself.